Hey, Grumps here. So, because 1.7 will drop soon, many people are wondering what I should do to farm and prepare for 1.7. Well, one of the things you can do is definitely incursions. That's a guaranteed exotic cache once per week per character for every incursion, which means that you can get up to 16 exotic caches per week only by doing incursions on your 4 characters. And one of the incursions which is still bringing some pain to the players is Stolen Signal. I will be trying to show you how to finish it quick and what to do not to have big problems in it. It's really fun and it's really engaging and really rewarding, but really punishing if you don't know how the mechanics work. So bear with me for the next 20-25 minutes and let's see how it can be done. So unfortunately, because of my recording issues, I completely missed the entrance to the mission, but that's the really easy part. So you enter the mission, you have to kill a couple of yellow mobs, then you enter the building. There will be like a door upstairs, which the enemies will be coming from and spawning from. So kill the enemies below, jump onto the stairs, stay in front of the door and kill everything. And now we are in the first sniper boss room. Before you go to this room, you will have to also transfer the battery. So make sure one of you guys equips shield and protect you from the turret fire. Kill the shotgunners, put into the battery and go inside of the room. What you need over here and what we were using over here is double flashbang, a healer and the pulse. The reason why we use flashbang is because you can pop out the enemies from the cover which are standing on the balcony, including the boss. And that's basically the tactic for the boss as well. So what I'll be trying to do is I'll be trying to get as much stacks as I can before the boss will come out. You will have one rusher and a couple of heavies before the boss will come out. So make sure you kill those first. Try to put the immunizer as well on the table or somewhere on the ground so the heavies won't run to it and aggro it and kick it. So you will be able to heal. Use triage as well and many healings as many healings as you can on the floor. And the tactic for the boss is actually pretty easy. So you will have communicate on the screen that the boss is appearing, right? And as you can see, using flashbang is actually popping him out of cover. And as a striker, I'm just focusing him. As soon as his shield will be going down, there will be additional mobs spawning into the room, but designate 2 or 3 people if needed to deal with those mobs, and this one guy, striker with the most damage, should focus on the boss. If you can, use your tactical ult as well, that will speed up the process. After you finish the boss, just clean out the room with the enemies. There will be a lot of shotgunners which you have to focus first because they do a lot of damage, and then focus the heavies and the rest of the mobs, and that's it. You clear the first room.
Yeah, we are playing the last Stolen Signal. Afterwards I will invite you to
Now we are going for the grenade spammer boss. Kill the first enemies, then the second door will open. Kill those enemies as well, so don't rush to the door. You know, as soon as you go into this room, and deal with this boss is he spawns a lot of grenades. You will have to avoid those grenades. Use your reclaimer, you know, healer station, or maybe one of you can swap for final measure just for the boss. It actually really helps. So as soon you're going inside of the room, there will be a guy hanging in the middle of the plate, and that's the guy you have to protect. Every now and then there will be like a heavy coming in the middle of the plate, which will be trying to shoot that hostage. You have to kill the heavy before the timer runs out. Also, after you start damaging the boss, at some point there will be more and more enemies spawning into the room. So make sure either way you focus burst the boss and just, you know, kill the rest, or make sure you clear up the room a little bit, especially the heavy and the snipers, which are really annoying and they are doing a lot of damage even though you are sitting in the rest station. And every now and then there will be like a shockwave coming in, and that's the best place to sit in is on the left and on the right side nearby those tables. Stay away from the water and sit in the emu, and if you place the emu on the floor during that phase, the emu will be destroyed. So again, use your flashbang, focus fire the boss, try to kill him quick if you have one, and if you can use it, try to use your ult. Final measure, as I said, will help, and clear the room.
That was quick.
Jesus, you got him down. Good job. But we still got some hostages in Studio 3.
So in this room you have to protect the bomb before the heavies are going to, arm it and destroy it. After you enter the room there will be plenty of shotgunners, so make sure you kill those, sit in the emu, put overheal on you. Try to get some stacks on the heavies for your striker, if you're playing with a striker. And remember that if an enemy dying and you're still shooting bullets, you're wasting your stacks. So if the animation of enemy is going down, is happening, just stop shooting and wait, save your burst. So now you're entering the room, you have to go into the back of the room and you have to disarm the bomb, right? Also protect it from all the heavies which will be coming in waves and trying to arm it again. The major goal of this room is of course kill the boss. So what you want to do is quickly take out the heavies from the back where the bomb is, then take out the heavies in the front with the shotgunners where the boss initially will be on, and then just quickly flashbang him and burst him, from his shield. After his shield is going to go down, he will start to rush, and that's the point where you have to kill him fast before he goes nearby to the bomb and try to disarm it. And that's it. That's probably one of the easiest room. Make sure your timing is right and be sure to kill those heavies, because those heavies will be rushing to disarm the bomb as well. And now let's go to the final stage. The most fun is right ahead of us. That's
Are you kidding me? That's it? Wow.
them down. Great work. Trying to confirm if we got everyone that survived.
Don't you find it funny the hardest part is standing on an X in this incursion?
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous.
Damn it. Agent, the Rikers have more hostages. They're holding them on the set of that Western, Studio 4. Looks like you're not done yet. Be careful in there. The intel says they've got machine guns, so yeah, it's a trap and we know it. But they've got our guys.
So now we are going into the final stage of this incursion. The final stage is divided into two parts. The first part is the disarming devices. There will be 3 devices on the player ground, one on the left, middle, and the right side, and those will become active right after you kill the mid boss and protect the hostages. So there is no first boss. You have to kill all the enemies and protect the first hostage. We protect the hostage by equipping a shield and standing on the X in front of him. It's a little bit tricky. You have to get to the right place. Take a look at where we are standing and maybe, plan accordingly. The only tip I have for you is if you're standing on the left side, make sure your shield is on 90 degrees with the wall. That should prevent any damage to the hostage from the turret. If you're standing in front, on the right side, you have to stand right next to the hostage, so make sure you're touching your back with the hostage. Don't necessarily stand right next to the X because the hit points are a little bit messed up. And if you're standing in the back, do it as well. So touch with your back the hostage and stand as close as you can to him. Protect with your whole shield the hostage. After each hostage phase, make sure you arm the explosive devices. The first device after the first hostage phase will be on the left side. After the second hostage phase, there will be a device on the right side. And after the third hostage phase, there will be a device in the middle. At this stage, what you have to do, and that's the most convenient way to do it, is kill all the enemies. Make sure the boss is really low, just to burst him quick. And after you kill all the enemies, you don't have to worry about the snipers. Just kill all the enemies on the ground and then kill the boss really quick. That should prevent from any additional mobs spawning in during the hostage protection phase. And that's it. After you protect the hostage, you go to the left, right side or middle, and you protect one guy with the shield, which is trying to disarm the device and do damage to the turret. After you finish 2 mini bosses, the last boss will appear, and that's the easiest part. Try to stick in the back of the room on the left side, where the shotgunners are spawning from the door. If needed, one of you can hide inside of the door. The door will be closing 2 times, so don't be scared. The door will open eventually. And one of you guys can hide inside and put a rest station on the floor. The boss is a little bit tricky because if you don't do enough damage to him, he will pop blue and he will be like invincible during that stage. There will be a lot of heavies and a lot of shotgunners. So make sure you swap your shield to your healing station, even if you don't have electronic build. That should also prevent you from dying. And you can rest in the station, of course, and try to focus the boss. You can burst him really quick as well if you use your ult and stack up on your striker stacks. We did it even before he actually popped his first blue, so that's possible as well. After you finish this boss, that's it, pretty much. You finish the incursion, and you got 1 additional cash per week for doing this mission. It's not so hard. I hope you guys had fun. I hope my advices will help you in doing that incursion efficiently. And we'll meet in the next video. Bye!
No, I know, but when you go on the side, when it's all 3. Yeah, me too. I didn't see a shield on him.
Get him out of cover.
His shield wasn't up again for me. Yeah, probably, because I don't see a shield on you. No, I don't see it. No, I don't see the shield. Nope, don't see the shield. You guys should throw on a shield too, or no?
Just before the Rikers kill him. And they will kill him if they have time. Find a way to get him out of there.
Alert. Friendly division agent is down.
GG. Yeah, that was a good run. Really good run. GG.
Christ, that was a goddamn meat grinder, but you did it. This place is gonna need some more work before we get back on the air, but we'll get it done.